Okay, everyone, this is going to be a training on how to basically block the calendar or make a reservation. Let's say somebody calls you up and they just make a reservation right there with you on the phone and you're going to put them on the calendar. Um, Anytime you need to put someone on the calendar, uh, which you may or may not have to do, it's kind of rare. Some managers do more of, but you can do it as well. This is how you do it. So what you're going to do is you go to the tape chart and you find the property that you want to block off. Like let's say the owner has requested that we block off the 11th through the 17th on the Escape to Paradise property. Well, what we do is we would select the 11th through the 16th, because remember this is nightly, meaning he wants to leave on the 17th in the morning. Okay, and this is an owner requesting a block. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this. But this could also, we'd follow the same process if this was someone that was paying. There's just one little step that's different. Okay, so we want to put this guy on the calendar. Well, what we do is we click on Make a Reservation. Now, when you send a quote, you only have to do this top half. But if you're actually going to put someone on the calendar, you're going to actually come down here, and at the very end, in the second section, you're going to fill in all this, and then you're going to click either Make a Reservation, which officially puts them on the calendar, or you're going to put Hold Reservation, which it basically just puts a hold on the property for 48 hours. Okay, so this is how you do it. So first of all, we always just leave this on clear. That's just kind of normal. Don't worry about the TA box. We don't do anything with that. Then you're choosing the reservation type. Well, if it's an owner block, you'd select owner block. If it's just a normal reservation, then you click standard. Pretty much any of the rest of these you don't really have to worry about. You don't really ever use. If I ever tell you to block something off because I just tell you to, I'm like, hey, block off these days, and I don't even give you a reason, then you can put on office block. That is acceptable. But let's say in this case it's an owner block. Well, nothing really changes except for not much change except for it's just known as an owner block. I'll explain a little more later about that. But you're going to put in your dates, your check-in date, checkout date. Okay, those are correct. How many adults or children? Let's say the owner didn't tell you. If it's an owner, you can just leave it. If it's a guest, though, you need to know how many adults and how many children are. Now, for an owner, you'll notice if I push owner block, it automatically zeroes out all the pricing. Okay? So at that point, we're good. The owner's going to be charged anything. This one has a $400 charge on it for a cleaning fee, which may mean that we have cleaners that are doing the cleaning, which means that our accounting department will go about actually getting that $400 from the owner. However, if it were a paid guest, then the pricing would come up as per usual. Okay? But we're going to say this is an owner block. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to come down here to the second section. Now, notice because it was an owner block, it automatically put in some information for the owner. So it put in all the information that we have on file for that owner. You don't even have to put in anything. However, let's say this wasn't the actual owner who was staying at the property, and it was his friend, and he said, hey, my friend Joe Smith is going to do it. Well, then you would want to delete out the name and put in any information you have about that guest. Okay? If it's a paid guest, obviously, you're going to put in all the paid guest information. Okay? As far as expected charges and other things, you don't put anyone on the calendar until they pay, unless it's an owner. If it's an owner, you don't have to charge anything, so don't worry. However, if this were a guest, you would have already collected the money, and now you're just putting it on the calendar. So all of this, charge cash, owner, whatever, you can just leave that alone. You don't have to do anything with it. Okay? You can make any comments you want about the guest in this box, any other comments about payment or other issues in this box, and then you just click on Make Reservation, which actually puts that person on the calendar. And it also sends out all the notifications that go out automatically, reservation confirmations, check-in instructions, all of it when you hit that Make a Reservation button. If you click Hold Reservation, then what it does is it puts them on the calendar, but it only puts them there for 48 hours. Okay? Not only that, it only puts them there for 48 hours and it doesn't send out any notifications. Okay? So if I click here to go to the tape chart, we can look and we'll see there it is. It's on the calendar. But if I want to take something, and then if you want to take something off the calendar, here's another little thing you should know. You open up a reservation and you can either A, cancel the reservation. If you click on cancel, it will take it off and it sends out notifications saying this reservation has been canceled. If you just click on unblock, it basically just takes it off the calendar. It doesn't send out any notifications or anything. So I'll just click unblock. because this was just a hold anyway. There. And now you'll notice it's now gone from the calendar. Okay? So that is kind of the way to block off calendars and like do things like if an owner has a request that he wants to block off, that's how you do it. But remember, if you click hold reservation, it's only going to be on there for 48 hours. You want to actually make a reservation if somebody wants to be on the calendar officially. Okay? If you have any questions, write them down and let management know. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.